can even turn up the corners of your mouth and smile. So you can work from the outside in to create a shift. Beautiful. All right, good. Let's come on down onto all fours. You can face me on all fours. Placing the hands under the shoulders, the knees under the hips. Stay with your breath now, and as you inhale, take that fullness into the back of your waistline. So puff up and get nice and spacious there in the back body. And then as you exhale, just allow the shoulder blades to melt down onto your back. Good. Inhale, puff up the back body, make that connection. Soften and expand. Beautiful. Exhale and soften shoulder blades onto the back. Heart melts. Great. All right, your foundations look excellent. We're going to start with downward facing dog. Let's curl the toes under and lift up. Now, I want you to play around with this. To figure out how long your foundation should be in this pose, go ahead and walk your feet a little closer than normal and feel what happens to your low back. It'll tend to round and the pose will tighten up. Now walk back a little further than you're comfortable and feel how there's a tendency to collapse, especially, so you're just flexible as Kiki, your forehead might even hit the floor. So we want to be somewhere between those two. Yoga is not a practice of extremes, it's a practice of balance. So you want to balance the stability of a narrower foundation with the freedom of a longer one. Great. Now work your hands really well. Press down through the 5 sets of finger pads, almost like you're scratching your mat, and press through the 4 corners of each palm. Beautiful. Walk forward. I'm going to take you up one at a time into handstand. I'll start with Conrad. So you look up on the tips of the toes, give a gentle spring. Beautiful. So with a solid foundation, you can ground down through the foundation, through the palms, and reach up through the feet and even grow. Just a few more inches. Up you go. Beautiful. Check it out. All right. Breathing all the way. Nice job. Come on down. Woo. Beautiful. All right. And you can see it's not all about strength. It's how well you use your strength. So Kiki's so slender, but she knows how to work her upper back. So she's got just as much power as Conrad. Turn the thigh in a little. There you go. Good. That's it. Steady. Good. Press down through the palms, reach up through the soles of the feet like you're standing on the ceiling. Gorgeous. All right, and scissor down. That's grace. Beautiful. Good. Walk your feet forward. Come to Uttanasana, standing forward bend. Now, just to help them to get a little more connection to the ground, I'm just going to press down on Kiki's pelvis and just help her to feel the heaviness of the leg bones as she roots toward the earth. While I'm doing that, she's actually doing the opposite. She's pulling the muscles in and up toward the pelvis to stay integrated. As you inhale, sweep the heart forward, shoulder blades on the back. As you exhale, keep the shoulder blades on the back and fold forward. Beautiful. Good. Hands on the waist, shoulders back, head back, and come up to stand. Good. Conrad, if you would step forward onto my mat, and you're going to take Parsvakonasana with your left foot forward, Kiki with your right foot. And you're going to stand just far enough apart that when you bring your front hand down, you can reach your arms overhead and bring palm to palm. You can have the arm on the outside now. Upper arm overhead. Good. So by connecting each other's palms, you can bend the elbows slightly. You look up on the inside arm. Are you too close? Okay. All right. Yeah, step back just a little bit. So Kiki is pressing into Conrad's palm to help his shoulder to root more into the socket and to help his leg to root more into the socket. Conrad is reaching out to get space and helping Kiki to get more grounded. So in every yoga posture, we want to balance the amount of energy coming in toward our center with the amount flowing back out. So having someone to connect with and resist against can make that even more powerful experience. That's beautiful, guys. All right, good. Come on back up. Release and come up. Good. Come to stand facing the front of the room. Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. Let's start by balancing on the right leg. Do you get a strap? Shifting your weight to your right foot. Press down through the 4 corners of the right foot, but lift and spread your toes. Looks good. Bend the left knee and hug the shin in toward you. Widening both sitting bones as you do so. Standing legs strong. Good. Now, either loop the strap around the sole of the left foot or take the foot in the outer edge of the foot in your hand. Extend the legs straight out in front, hugging the shin to the midline. Beautiful. Shoulders back. Good. So Kiki, spin your inner body a little to the left so your left shoulder draws back. Beautiful. All right. If possible, shin. That's it. Spin the back thigh in, hug the back shin to the midline. There you go. Good. Standing split. Lower the fingertips to the floor. Take the back leg up, keeping the thigh parallel. Beautiful. Release that foot down. Turn to face each other in Uttanasana. Okay, so starting, so I'm having you settle back so you can feel the fullness in the back body. Then add that curl of the shoulders without losing the back waist. Beautiful. Kiki, wake up the feet a little. Bring the inner edges of the feet together, spread the toes. Gorgeous. All right, now come forward through a little squat and press the hands into the floor. Bakasana, crow pose. Arm balance. The legs are hugging onto the upper arms. The back waist is full. The heart is melting. Good. Kiki, work the toes, spread the toes. Good. Now you can either stay in this basic pose or extend the back leg out behind you, hugging the midline the whole way. Gorgeous. All right. Good. And come on down. Beautiful. All right. Good. Everybody come back up to stand. Good. So I'm going to just come to the center for a sec. I want to just make a little point before we go into back bending. You're going to face sideways. So there's a tendency when we bend backwards to just collapse into the back body. So just crunch the back waist. Really uncomfortable. Not so good for the spine. So before we start back bending, just a little reminder. I'm going to have you do inner body bright, first thing we did. Now forward now, and you look into your belly and feel this lift and fullness. Even go a little exaggerate more. Yeah, that's as everybody can see. Come on around. See that? Good. Good. So this fullness, I'm going to keep that there with my thumbs as he curls his head back, shoulders back, and opens his heart. So back bending involves that kind of lift and length. Beautiful. All right, here we go. Come down on your bellies, guys. You can face each other. Bhujangasana, cobra pose. Fingertips out on the wood on either side of your mat. Foreheads to the floor to start with. So fingertips out on the wood, guys. Go super wide. Click the toenails down. Charge up the legs. Feet flat. Kiki, but toenails down. Good. Now, before you even lift up off the floor, take a deep inhale. Fill the back body, the side ribs. Even lengthen the sides of the torso so the arm bones slide a little forward. Good. Now keep that remembrance of the back body as you slowly curl up head, neck, and chest. Good. Okay, Kiki, that was beautiful. Come on, try it one more time. So I want you to, shoulder loop starts in the roof of the mouth, so you can come up with a little more with the head, okay? So not quite so heavy with the head. That's better. There we go. Beautiful. Then once you're up, pull back on your fingertips so the heart is sliding forward while the pelvis is sliding back. And that makes the length in the back so there's no compression. Good job. All right, come on down. Forehead to the floor. Interlace the fingers behind the back. So another one of our key principles is that the head of the arm bone belongs in the back plane of the body in every pose. So you guys are going to come up one more time. Kiki, just turn your palms toward me. And bend the elbows. Turn the palms toward me. So see how that is? There you go. Okay. Now, before you come up, inhale and slide your shoulders forward so you create that length in the sides of the torso. Come on. Good. Now keep the elbows bent, hands, elbows, and shoulders all lifted up. So hands lift up too, Conrad. Kiki, hands up. But elbows bent. Elbows bent. Hands up, elbows bent. Yes, breathe, smile. We love that. Nice. Good. Feet are down. Feet are down. Listen. Yes, gorgeous. Coming down. Nice job, guys. Beautiful back bends. Whew. Go ahead, roll over onto your backs. I'm going to help you do Urdhva Dhanurasana facing each other. This should be pretty sweet. So I'm just going to check the foundations. Bend the knees, place the feet parallel. So every pose starts with the foundation. We work up from there. Now, when we back bend, we tend to exaggerate the tucking of the tailbone. Lower back flattens and the hips roll open. So before you guys start, I want you to feel like you can hollow out your groins, arch your low back. Go the other way. Say, yeah. So the low back goes off the floor, the groins hollow out, the belly soft. So just a remembrance of that before you go up into back bending so you don't harden through the buttocks and the pelvis. Now, as Conrad's doing, bend the elbows, palms facing each other. Press the back of the arm into the floor all the way from elbow to shoulder. Curl the head back over the throat. Beautiful. Lift the hips up, interlace the fingers underneath you. Big bridge pose first. Nice. Good. Now there